Hello, my name is Nathan Arell. I am a communications major at Metropolitan State, and here's my story. So last year, the pandemic started in March, and I don't know, kind of derailed my life. Everything was going according to plan. I was right about to get my associates. Just had gotten back from a vacation, and yeah, everything was going really well. I was doing really well avoiding isolation, which has always been one of my biggest issues. I'll isolate, and it won't be good for me. So then pandemic hits, and boom, government's telling me I gotta isolate and not see anybody. And honestly, for me, I what went through my head was like, great. I don't have to see anyone. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to leave the house. This is the perfect time for me to sit in my room and rot. Obviously, that wasn't the best mindset. So my grades started falling, and depression symptoms started going up, and everything started to get a little harder. I learned that a lot of people that never really struggled with depression symptoms or anxiety started to during the pandemic, and yeah, if you can imagine it, it just made all of mine a little bit worse, and so it's been an everyday struggle. And then George Floyd's death. George Floyd's death was such a huge thing. I live in Minneapolis. I'm half Guyanese and half white, and my roommate, he's Somalian. So when we watched that video, we took almost some personal offense to it. We always drive around and we're afraid of cops. Like my dad growing up, he told me to be afraid of cops. My white father said, "You're not white, so fear cops." But yeah, I grew up in white suburbia. So most of my friends thought that I was white, but just really tan, and it made me really comfortable around white people. I was trained that racism is dead, essentially, and that's kind of how the society around me looked, at least. That's fully what I thought up until the past couple years. College has helped me, but then George Floyd's death, it has changed the way that I look at the world. I'm no longer comfortable around white people, even remotely, it feels like now. And that sucks because I feel like that's not how it should be, obviously, but I'll walk into a gas station, I'll walk into a store, and I'll feel looks, I'll feel this presence that wasn't there before, and it feels like the presence of racism. And that's been really hard just for everyday life. I don't want to feel that. I just looking at a normal person, not talking to them, but that's what all of this has done to me. Um, and all that really took place in the first half of the pandemic, and the rest of it's just been kind of taking it and running with it, just doing what you can do to stay on top of things and to not drop out of college and to, just still be here, still be living my life. And so yeah, it's been hard for me, and I'm sure it's been just as hard for a lot of other people my age, older, everybody. So I think that this project's a great idea, a great platform to get our voices out to administrators at our colleges and people who can maybe actually make a difference and maybe actually make our lives easier.